Let's do this.
There we go.
Ladies and gentlemen. Our first, I think this is our first.
Doesn't he look like Ilya?
Like a meeting in a long time, eh? Like,
Yeah.
I think
Right.
maybe even ever since the split, I think.
He's so ugly.
Oh my god, you look ugly, Clark. What's happening with
What
you?
happened to your face,
Fuck
Clark?
happened to you?
You got no
Yeah,
face.
are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Yesterday I put on a ball cap, shaved my beard, and got a tattoo on my neck. Look, I was looking for my target the whole time.
Oh shit.
I couldn't find him.
You became a what? A wet worker?
You got action.
I became Agent 47 IQ, but I couldn't find my target.
Unless I'm wrong, only from what I've noticed, I feel like we have no bread. Did you confirm or
Okay.
I feel
have
we
a
have
lot of
no
notes
bread.
to share with you guys. So we were actually doing great. The system was we take our cut, a bunch of it goes into savings. Once savings are good, all the excess gets split between us, right? That was
Shut the up, Kanye. Stop screaming my ear.
I have noticed several times the savings crate keeps getting wiped, and people that have access to that are not always writing down what they're using it for. I assume it's for guns and shit like that because I do see more guns in the armory, whatever. But I don't know where it's going, and I am pretty sure we are way overspending. I'm gonna say right now, I increased the cuts toward crew members that we agreed upon because the plan was we were gonna have them get more of their own money and buy some of their own shit. But that hasn't been happening. Plus, we're buying everything for them and wiping the savings. So you see, like, those two things are conflicting. The money we make is good, but we're spending it all out and giving it to the crew members. If that makes sense.
I agree. That's why I noticed too.
Mm-hmm.
I think that we're talking like spending $3+ million on batches of class 2s.
Yep.
And you can't make $3 million overnight. Even if we hit all the bank jobs, do all the moonshine, the money's going back. Most of the money's going back into the crew's pockets, as it should, because they're putting in the work. But the systems, I honestly think, are outdated because before we didn't have those kind of expenses. We were not buying class 2s and giving it to the crew. We were actually probably getting our own deagles from doing the ammunitions, right?
Yep.
We did not have millions of dollars in expenses.
Yeah.
I will say,
Right.
to jump in there, we did purchase lots of deagles from, secondhand, like Skipper and others. But we have purchased like 30 at a time from Skipper multiple times. So we didn't only
How
get
much have it normally cost?
17K each.
Yeah, it's like in
So-
comparison, it's nothing.
Yeah, but compared to class 2s, it's nothing because you spend 200K, 300K, while class 2s have.
100%.
I spent the last 2 times. Well, this time I took the wash money, right, from approved from Gigi. But this time we spent the mil. Last time we spent 1.5 mil, which was like 3 weeks ago, on more class 2s. Plus, I gave 800K out of my own money, like not crew stuff, because I just knew maybe we didn't have enough. 800K from my own money to Apple to even buy us more mags and stuff. So I 100% agree. Like this class 2 stuff, like our situation is different. This class 2 stuff, they just take all your dineros straight up. Just takes all your dineros.
On top of that, I'm gonna note, if people aren't writing down that they're taking money for this, I just see money disappear. I have no idea. I couldn't make a report for you like, oh, here's how much we're spending each week on this. I couldn't tell you because it just goes. So,
I think we just move on from the what have happened or not, right? Well,
Clean slate.
We clean it for the
Of course,
future.
Lou says that.
But there is definitely one who been taking money among us.
Whoa.
But we'll clean the slates.
I also take money and don't record it. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
But when I
He
take
said clean slate.
when I take I didn't really take that much. I took some money to get myself out of debt. That's about it.
Well, listen, this $3 million that I have in my bank account right now, it's
You don't have
3
$3 million, brother.
you know what I mean?
No, you don't, bro.
He
You
doesn't.
Just literally, You asked me 3 days ago to give you to take 500K from the crew money to pay your debt. We know we're
He's
broke.
broke as a joke.
well,
And
here's,
that's
here's
okay.
the thing, guys. If we want to
A shotgun and ammo plus slides plus oxy plus everything else costs 60K. So we basically paying the crew members 20K a week from our pocket at this point.
Mm-hmm.
If you really think
I
about
think-
it.
That's what I'm saying. We're like double paying them by giving
Yeah.
them guns for free and having increased their cut that we
No
agreed
more
on a while
freedom.
back. You know?
The crew don't realize how good they have it right now.
Yeah,
I think
right.
But
they
they do
probably
realize,
they don't
but, you know,
understand.
yeah.
Nah, they don't, brother. I'm telling you because
I think they know and they're
once-
just not saying anything. You know what I mean?
Why would
once,
they, you know
once
what
they
I'm saying?
start getting the fines come in, and then they realize they have to buy their own shit on top, they're gonna be I worry for them because they're all gonna be in debt, every single one of them.
Yeah, but they should manage their time better. They
Well,
should
they're
think
gonna
about
have to
what they're
work their
doing.
asses off.
Nah,
Good.
well, the
Arush,
truth is, that's on them. That's on them, right? That's on them. If you get caught, that's on you. You know what I'm saying?
It is.
you
It
know,
is. I'm
you
just saying,
become
like,
better.
I don't think they're about to have a wake up call because the fines
Yeah.
right now, and then they're gonna have to start supplying their own class twos. These guys are gonna be in debt. I'm not saying it's a bad
I think they
thing.
need to
I
think about
Well,
that stuff, though. I think like when they have it so easy, they're honestly, I'm seeing people go into jobs not bringing the right gun for the job.
Exactly.
Or like,
100%.
some people have
I'm
like
gonna tell you
3 class
exactly.
twos on
I'm gonna
them.
tell you exactly what's gonna happen. If
Yeah.
we don't give them class 2s, they're not gonna buy class 2s unless your name is Zeke or Sam or maybe Leon or maybe a Cuddles, and a handful of people will purchase their own.
Like 40% will buy
But
it.
that is
60% will
it.
not buy it.
No, everyone else, you will
Yeah.
never ever see Bo with a class 2. You will never see anyone else walk around with a class 2 and be prepared for a crazy job. They will only have a deagle. You know why?
that's
Because we're
fine,
not
though.
providing it for. I agree, but we just need to know that when we go into jobs,
they won't be coming.
I mean, that's kind of, there's just
Well,
gonna be less people to pick
they
from.
will be coming because sadly we need them because
Right, but well, there's only
You know what I'm
6
saying?
people. Normally we're trying to pick who can come
Yeah,
and who
yeah.
come. It's gonna be simple as shit. If you don't have the gear, you can't come.
yeah,
like-
if,
like,
if,
I think
yeah,
it's
if
gonna be-
it's
That
a
would be a good
high-end job, you
incentive
don't
for
have
them
the
to do
gear,
it.
that's
That
on
is
you.
true.
Yeah.
Now,
Me,
hold on.
Clark,
Now,
Luciano, Zeke. Then we only need 2 more that actually are buying the.
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
always
yeah.
full anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Now,
depends on the job, right?
partly, like, these guys, the majority of the crew don't even have the context to even buy these
Well,
these class
the
twos.
contacts they do because we literally sell them. That's how I've been doing it to
Yeah.
these guys.
That exactly. Now that's another thing, right? Like, I can't really blame some of them for maybe not having
Yeah.
those contacts right off the bat, even though it's pretty accessible in the city. There's people that are plugged up, right? It's not that hard. But if we sell them the guns
Plugged
and they
up
have
is
that
so funny.
avenue, that's all they really need. Now,
Yeah.
if they don't buy it off of us, then that is truly their problem. Like if you don't come
Yeah,
to me
so-
saying, "Hey, Luce, I need a gun,"
Mm.
I'll buy it. Then I don't know what the you're doing.
They won't be able to get involved in jewelries or cargo.
Right.
I'm trying to think what else. I'm pretty sure that's
I'm never
it.
going on cargo
Anything,
again.
even like so. Listen, we will close down the
I
armory.
thought it went well.
I mean, we can't really like baby them either.
Yeah.
Have to check their pockets to make sure they have everything. Like we got on the cargo boat the other day, right? Harry, were you? Yeah, Harry, you were on the cargo
I was
boat.
there.
Queenie didn't have bullets for her AK-47, but she bought she bought like
What?
5 mags, AK-47. had
Sorry,
no
what?
fucking ammo for it.
She had no
Queenie was
ammo?
lucky it was her birthday. I'll
What?
say that.
She was
She
swinging
lucky
her
it was
gun around?
birthday.
Yeah, she was just swinging a gun around.
use
She
it
had-
like a,
Why would
like
she
a battering
bring
ram.
no ammo? I'm
Are
confused.
you serious?
so I had
But
to
that-
give her
but
some ammo.
That was
That's so
that was
sick.
only one thing. The other part of it is we're prepping for a cargo, and she's just chilling down with people on the job. We're getting ready to go, and then of course the cops roll in. They all get chased. Like
Correct me if I'm
Agreed.
wrong, Gigi. Like
some people,
I
some
disagree.
people.
No, yeah, I was
What
gonna
does
say some
productivity
people.
mean?
We're
like
actually
making money and shit.
Oh,
No,
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 bro,
they're
we
making
make
money.
good
They're
People
making
making
money.
hella bread.
Making
I'm
They make
telling
We're
you.
hella
making
money.
bread.
This
My
guy,
problem is
Luciano,
exactly
so
what I said earlier.
disconnected.
I am like, okay, I'll stack up savings. We're making money at the old rate we used to. Great. The expenses have gone up because we just buy them a billion guns and then they lose them, and people
Yeah.
are taking money to cover their fines, etc.
We are spending too
We're
much.
making money. We're just spending.
I see.
Yeah,
I see.
because bro, when it comes to making money, like I want to be, you know what the straight is. Like we can't even make more money. We
Copy.
making so much
Yeah.
money. I don't think it would be
Yeah.
even possible to make more money. Sadly,
We're hitting
That's
all the
how much
jobs.
we
We're
make
hitting the banks. We're hitting the Politos. We're
yeah,
consistent
we're
with
making
it.
moonshine people. We got the
Yep.
weed sales have been like since free weed is all crew money just straight to us. We making
Mhm.
800K extra. Like yeah, like it's just spending. We fix the spending. We Gucci.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. All right. I mean, I've been I've been in jail for the past like 22 years. So
Dude, I
Yeah.
hate
Yeah, but
really
in
know.
22 years, I've also costed you millions, right? Like that's what we need to fix,
Hey, this
basically,
guy.
in a sense.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's no surprise to everyone that the fines have gone up
22
Yeah.
a lot,
years.
and on top of that, you know,
22
people are
years.
carrying class 2s on like every job.
Dude, my throat's
Caught, you're
still
just gonna get a
how?
huge fine, and people just need to, you know, adjust. That's it.
If people are slacking, we gotta have
They're
some
flying
fucking
under the
words.
radar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We need to
and I
use that
gotta
torture
say-
room underneath Lang's office.
Yeah,
we
I
have to use that
want to
shit.
point out to you guys too. Like there have been times where I've been like, yeah, I even wrote it on the wall one week. I was like, here are the earners, here are the slackers with the numbers next to their name of what they earned.
Yeah, I was on
And,
the slacker list. It was rough.
Yeah, and I've said a few things to you guys at times, like, oh yeah, this person
Yeah,
is
you have,
earning
yeah.
whatever. Every time it's been, and I don't know if this is like
Clark
reality or
is
not, but every
so
time it's been like,
ugly
oh,
right
this
now.
person
What
did
happened to
this
his
thing. Oh,
fade?
I told them it's okay because blah blah
But
blah.
then we took it off.
I think we've
Forgot.
just been really easy on everyone. Like we've been
been too
excusing
nice.
all of them. And it's one thing if you're like, oh, that guy, yeah, he didn't earn, but he got us 5 white cards. I'd be like, okay, that's fine. But sometimes it's like, yeah, they were just chilling this week.
The only
You know?
people I personally don't care about, because we talked about it, like I have told you guys this before too. There are some people that don't come around too often, right? Those people I don't exclude in my like whatever list, making money list or not. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
example, let me
and
put
you
it
know-
like this. You remember the date where I made everybody, if they don't make 100K, you remember the note you had, Luciano and you, Clark? If they didn't
Mhm.
reach the goal, we would beat them up and stuff.
A
Sorry, my
double
dog.
punch. What the
Remember
fuck?
that?
Yeah, I remember that.
So that same week, like I remember Bo and Queenie showed up on a Thursday, one day before we were gonna do the thing. And I'm like, you guys made your 100K or you're gonna get beat down tomorrow. They'd be like, well, I haven't been here in like 8 days. I'm like, okay. At that point in my head, I was like, they didn't hit their goal, but I also didn't count them because if you ain't here, like that's your problem. I'm not gonna like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, you can't
I'm not
blame
gonna
them.
chase you
Yeah,
or like I'm
and
not
that's-
also
Out of
not
their
gonna
hands.
include you in the like in the status
prize and
statistic,
shit,
if that
yeah.
makes sense.
That's
in
what
the
that meeting is
statistic.
for too. If they're walking in the room one by one and saying, yo, here's what I made,
Yeah.
and you say why, they could be like, yeah, I made this in 1 day. I was only here 1 day. And that's fine. Easy.
Yeah,
I
but
saw
we
that.
just listen. We need to shrink it up, right?
Like,
And straight up, I
Clark
don't
kinda
think,
said, "Hey, I'm not
I
grabbing
done a
two
big
class
mistake
twos,
here, which I'm
but
gonna fix.
other
From
people
now on,
in
I
this
don't
circle
wanna
are grabbing
sell
2 class
to
2s.
hang-arounds, and
No,
because
no, we should just
because
keep that.
that was on my fault. When I sold it, I didn't think about
Like,
it
we
much.
got
But the
loose,
reality is, we need to make
holding
sure
2
like
class
if people get
2s,
bought in one day,
going
you
into
get some
jobs.
perks. Or else, what's the
For
point?
what?
You can just be hanging out for life and have the same perks as
I like
bought in,
that.
You know what I mean?
I like that. I like
So
that.
that's
I
on
thought
me
that was
because that's
the
spaced
intent.
out. That was
That's,
the intent. Like you get more perks when you buy in, right?
Yeah, we just didn't do it. I think we should also make sure, like, we just loop Apple in, talk to him
Yeah,
because
of
he's
course,
been the
yeah,
armory
yeah.
guy. Make sure he understands. I think he would get it. If he
Yeah,
has
of
any
course.
ideas on how to systemize or anything like that, it'd be good to just ask him.
If you can lose them, lose them. You guys are.
That's
Bro,
the thing. Yeah. I was going to say, that's the
my
thing,
car,
too.
like I lose cops in 5
They
seconds.
should have made
bro.
the quick decision to just blast if it's one, something like that.
Yeah,
but I feel like
blast them
I
dead.
was here on radio, everyone
They
asked
did
each other,
blast,
should I
but they
shoot?
stay
Should
too
I shoot?"
long. They just
They
stay
stay
too
way
long.
too long.
Yeah.
They wait. I watched that cop slow roll down the bridge and turn
Yeah.
around. They
Yeah,
should have
3
already been
units.
gone. That's what the problem. That everyone just
I'm
stays
right
I
there,
gotta
right
go
there,
say-
right there, right there.
listen,
Get in.
In his car,
gotta
get in his
go-
car.
I gotta go get a bottle for his fox or
Alright.
something. I think.
all right.
Listen. Have we have anything more to this meeting?
I
Or
got
we
one
Gucci?
last
You guys
thing.
good?
One last thing. People got to stop leaving weed bags right outside the stables when they're like leaving their dump of it. And then Bo with a class 2 selling weed outside the stables when he owns the stables and all the North shit in there is cooked.
Wait,
No
Bo owns stables? I didn't know that.
way.
No, that is actually cooked though. That,
Bo
No,
owns
we
the
did
stables.
transfer it to him.
It was transferred, right?
Well, I told him no more class 2 usage because he's been going to jail a lot with the class
yes,
2s.
I called him up the other day because I saw his fines or his time, and I said,
Yeah.
"Hey, what have you been going to jail for?" Because I talked to him about either me or
Where
him
are you
owning
now?
the staples, and we decided on him.
Yeah,
And I was
it
like,
should not have been
brother,
him.
what is this?
But it is now, and it is what it is, but we should transfer it. Because Bo gets into
Yeah.
dumb shit when we hand him a gun and say, let's go. He's down to go do it.
Okay,
Like,
I am gonna
gets into
try
shit just as much as I
and
do.
grab a tow truck right now.
I'm doing good, brother. How you doing?
All right.
But yeah, Clark, like a little gym. You know what I mean? Turn the stables into like a little gym. At least the lower part, you still have your office and your bed and shit upstairs.
Yes.
But make like a UFC ring. You know, the octagon, fenced off.
No, I
Or
like
even if we
that.
did it in
That's a cool
Frank's,
idea.
it's such a big
Why,
building.
why do we want to do that inside? Is my question, rather than doing that outside. Like, wouldn't that compromise our buildings a little bit?
Well, because we'd make them exclusive events, right? Like almost like a pay-per-view type of thing, right? Whereas anybody on the outside can just come around and watch.
Okay.
It wouldn't really compromise the buildings because people wouldn't have access to any
Don't
doors or anything like that, so it'd be fine.
Right.
Boys, girls.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just hold the phone over here. We don't need more, you know, right? We don't
More
need more class 2s,
I
yeah?
think we always do.
I think we have 5 left, but I reckon we have more in silos.
That's what I'm saying. We don't need more, right? Or do we need more?
No
I
one
have
on
no
red
idea.
bridge
I would assume we
either.
probably
What
do.
kind of class 2s?
Yeah, Kalashnikovs and stuff, you know.
I think we need more M16s. That's about it.
Yeah, M16s and other stuff.
Yeah.
Can you, my lord, can you give me call back in 2 minutes?
Yes. My lord.
Very good. I waited. Give me call in 2 minutes. Thank you.
Listen, we
Okay, so
What if
why
we
don't we
make the
just
stables
buy
look like
from
a
Gigi?
YMCA? Bingo
Like,
nights.
listen, do we don't need to buy from this anymore, do we though? Like, you know what I'm saying? You know,
well, that wasn't
we
that
got
guy
Gigi,
supposed to
right?
give you? Wasn't that guy supposed to give you like a? You know what I mean?
he
like,
was, bro, but this guy is very anonymous and shady, you know?
Jesus
Like,
Christ.
it's not my
Shit up
fault
on
people
you?
are yapping, you know what I mean?
Mm.
So, I'm saying, do we don't need to use the guy, you know, if we can just buy it from her.
GG.
Am I
Thoughts?
tripping?
That's true. I'm having a meeting. So I was just on the phone with my guy earlier. I'm having a meeting tomorrow with him. We're figuring out any final like middlemen, what our prices are.
Is you guy my guy? Is he like Lord, African Lord?
No.
Okay, good.
It's a business partner, and we're making that shit.
Oh, yeah, good.
Yeah, we're starting a
listen,
sweatshop with
but
children in the
I
basement.
mean,
Yes.
but I mean, like, but I mean, we can buy from you. I mean, like for crew stuff, you know, for selling is you
Yeah.
can do whatever you want to do. I'm just mean like,
So-
if the crew needs Kalashnikov, we just come to you. Isn't that
Yeah,
simpler?
I'm gonna figure out the pricing, and I'm trying to make a catalog so I have like a book to show you. There are 12 different rifles we can make.
Oh my god,
We're
that's crazy.
only giving certain ones to certain crews. So like certain
Yeah.
crews, I'll tell them, yeah, I can tell you one of these two things.
12 rifles?
To create a second kind of market going around where
Yeah.
they can trade around
Oh,
with each other.
shit.
But for you guys, I am not restricting that.
Yeah, that's for personal use anyway, though, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
you know?
if any
I
of
like
you
that.
want to buy shit, completely
Mm.
unrestricted.
Same it for the crew, though, right? Like if the crew wanna buy shit.
Yes, but I just want that obscured that it's like me. So you guys are gonna know.
No. Like,
Apple is
yeah,
gonna know,
the
and
crew
that's
not
it.
gonna come to you, but that's what I'm saying. But like,
Yeah, the
let's say we
crew can
want-
have stuff
let's
for
say
them.
we want, what's this called? Heavy rifles. We want 12 of those. You know, like
I gotta
you
see
gotta
all
say
of
we
them.
come to you type shit.
Yes. You
Or
want
AUG
12 mil
or some
rifles
shit.
from me. You
What's
tell
up,
me.
Eddie?
I think with how things are panning out because we have GG, you should give that guy a piece of your mind. You should say that you this about and we don't want to work with you anymore. See if
Well,
you
the
kind
guy
of like,
haven't really me. You know, it's just I
No,
don't
but
need the guy
he
anymore.
He said that we're supposed to be giving shit up front, supposed to be having a client list, blah 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 blah. The guy
I will
calls like once
say-
a month.
That is
the
true.
good the good thing is though, he's not making you like source rifle bodies to make these, right? Like he's just giving you the guns. The
No,
difference
he
for
got
me is-
everything ready.
okay. I think it's still good to stay in contact because of that. Because
Oh
I have
shit!
to
So
like,
you don't have unlimited source?
I think I might, but I don't know if it's properly unlimited. I don't know yet. I'm still figuring
Oh.
exactly out what that deal is.
I
I'll
could
figure that out
potentially help you
first.
with that, but I think
Ooh.
you figure out first.
Here's
you know,
another thing.
yourself.
Yes.
Yesterday, Zeke and I were going around trying to get our targets, and we got a phone call from Edgar and J Hobbs, and they're basically asking for some guns. So, you know, Zeke had a little a little pile of his that he bought separately, whatever. So we sold him some, and
Yeah, the 10.
yeah, exactly. So they were kind of like, if you guys can help us with this, since we're neighbors, geographically, since we're neighbors, we want to come to you guys. There's other people selling it, but we want to, we want to take care of our neighbors. Neighbors want to take care of us, whatever.
Especially in fruit, those.
Let's find some middle ground. We said, I can honor that, no problem. And they said, well, what do you guys need? And I said, well, I'm gonna be honest. Cargo, our best enemy is ourselves, okay? And then they immediately started laughing, and Jay or Edgar said,
Gun, we are covered on every area.
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying? And that's how it should be. It
Chat,
brings
we're
us
back to
business,
doing
also,
this shit in the
brings us
open.
Connection to actually get guns.
Yeah.
Yeah, I won't give up till I get SMGs. I want a Tech
Good.
9.
Okay, guys.
bye.
I'm gonna dip then.
Yeah.
But very good meeting. I like it. I think Zeke and them are dead, right? Are Zeke and them dead yet, or what?
Yep, and they already cleared out the scene already.
Oh, God.
Who was it? Was it Zeke and Dominic?
Yes, sir.
Were they on this radio or on the old one?
Hold
on.
I texted
All right.
everybody.
Yeah, that was earlier.
Guys, try cook up some things how we can spice things up a little bit and move forward as always. All right.
All right.
All right.
Good
With
shit.
it.
Hi, guys.
Until
I'll probably go
next
to
Monday,
prison,
another
say hello to
meeting.
Line, and I dip.
All right,
Yeah, I
all
was
right.
gonna say he's officially sent up there. So
Yeah, he's up there for like 100. I think 1,200 months. He'll be out like by tomorrow next year. Get it?
Mm,
God damn.
okay.